As a comedian, you've starred in so many great comedies on television and have had incredible co-stars. And from what I've read about you, you've stayed close friends with a lot of your female co-stars. Can you talk about like the importance of those female friendships in your life?
Well, I force it on them, really. You
I
will be
will
my
not be
friend.
ignored.
I will not be ignored, Reba. Yes, I think that it's funny because Reba and I have talked about that, where not every time you're in a working situation do you become friends with people. That's the icing on the cake, right? Like it's a good thing when you like who you work with and it's fun and easy. The great thing is when outside of work you become friends. And I've been lucky enough that on pretty much all of the shows I've been on, I've been able to forge friendships outside of that. And part of it is putting in the work, and connecting. Like, Reba doesn't live in LA anymore. She's here a lot, and I get to see her and I go to Nashville a lot, but you can still maintain that friendship by staying connected, whether it's a text, where I think we've had a running group text between so many of us that just keeps going, or calling, or I'm going to see her this weekend at something, at an event. And it's just about putting in the time. And here's the deal. Like if you put in the time and you build a foundation, you don't have to talk every day.
Right.
Like your real friends are the ones that they're not going to get mad if you didn't call right back. They're not going to get mad if you didn't answer during the premiere of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They understand. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Where you're real friends, and I still have friends from college, like my best friends, where I don't have to apologize if a moment where we've all been insulated. And the minute I call you, will you pick up from where we left off? And we're secure in the knowledge that I've got your back. Right. And I think as I've gotten older, I've always say it's not about, quantity, it's always quality. You sort of cull the herd, that it gets sort of wanes, or it culls itself. But I've made it a point to stay in charge. And Chelsea Kane, who I did Baby Daddy with, who is young, she's young. And why does she want to hang out with me? I'm 50. I said it out loud. And I just adore her. Like, and I talked to her last week. Like you put in the time and effort to do it. And also I think it's when you have a shared history, like at least with the Reba cast, like most of us, at least for me, I had my baby during that show. Like Steve Howey met like the mother of his children on that show. Joanna fell in, like it was a timeline for all of us in a way that we shared a lot. Like the Reba cast, Joanna was the first one to see my son in the hospital, and Reba was like the second one before my parents got there, so you share stuff that no one else shared with you. And so if you got to just maintain it.